What is happening, y'all? It's Taylor here with TCB Board Gaming, and I am about to do a solo playthrough of Tenpenny Parks with the Spooky Nights and Winter Lights expansion for you. I've got both of these set up here into the game. This will be the first time that I've played with both expansions in the same game. Going to have a couple of extra steps I'm going to have to remember. That's okay. I'll probably mess them up. If I do, you feel free to rip me in the comments. That's fine. But I'm going to try to do this mistake-free. But I've played enough games to know that that's not going to happen. So everything's set up on the table here. If you've played this game before, then you'll obviously recognize the board here. The only thing different here is, visually anyway, is the board extension at the top here with the cheer track on it, like the little holiday cheer track extension. That's out here. You've got a cheer markers for both me and the auto player, the Becky. For the card setup, the attraction cards, you remove 2 cards from the standard deck in each stack, and then you shuffle in a Winter Lights card and a Spooky Nights card for each attraction, for each color attraction. Shuffle them all up and put them out here. So each attraction is going to have 2 expansion, or each stack is going to have 2 expansion cards in it. And there may be, there's a couple, there's one for each. There's a Spooky Nights card on the top of the blue. This one is the Pirate Ghost Ship. And then there's a Winter Lights card here on the concession stack, the Santa's Workshop. And essentially, what happens is each of these types of cards has new icons on them. The Spooky Nights cards have ghosts on them, so when you purchase one of these attractions and put it on your board, you're going to be picking up these little ghost meeples here. They have certain benefits on the bottom of them, and then you can place them on your attraction later on. And then in the advertising step, if you advertise an attraction that has a ghost on it, you get the bonus on the bottom of the ghost. What happens with the Christmas or the Winter Lights cards is that when you purchase those attractions and put them on your board, for every little cheer icon on the card, you get to bump up on the cheer track. And then there are extra benefits along the cheer track, like victory points, income, emotion track advancements, and things of that nature. And I'll be kind of walking you through those as we go along. But that's it as far as the setup with the cards. The extra setup with the Christmas Winter Lights expansion is going to be, you're going to be in the form of these Christmas trees here. All right, and the other setups, additional setup, would be to place 2 Christmas trees out on my board. I'm going to replace 2 of my base game trees with 2 Christmas trees. And every time you build an attraction adjacent to a Christmas tree, then you also get to bump on the cheer track as well. And the only difference in the Christmas trees and the standard base game trees is that once you build a Christmas tree, it cannot be removed with the arborist action. So once you put a Christmas tree on your board, it's there for good, but you're going to gain additional benefits for building around it. And then there's one more extra setup step with the Spooky Nights expansion. You'll notice that there are dark concession tiles here in the concession market. In a regular game, I would have 4 regular base game concessions out. But now with the Spooky Nights, 2 of those are replaced with the dark concession tiles. They look a little something like this. And I'll put that one off to the side since I looked at it and put it on the bottom of that stack. But every round when the concession stands get wiped, we're always going to, when we refresh during the cleanup step, we're always going to be bringing in 2 new dark tiles and 2 regular tiles, concession tiles. So those are going to constantly be refreshed in the market as well. And that's it. Everything else is going to be the same. I have already drawn 2 in-game bonus achievements here that I'm going to go after. The first one is called the Most Rough and Tumble card. It's bonus here. It's the end the game with at least 2 Old West attractions. I'm going to put that one out here in front of me and try to go for that. And then the other one is called Most Environmental. In the game with 4 or fewer trees removed from your property board. This is actually kind of a tough game to win. Solo mode. I've won it a couple of times, but not much. I think I have more losses than I have wins against Becky. She's just very efficient in gaining points every round. So I've got my rule books over here to my right. They may or may not be needed. I hope not, but they probably will. Each rule book has the solo rules, well, at least for the Spooky Nights on this one, and then the regular base game rules on the back. So I'm just going to keep that laid out right there in case I need it. And then I've also got my reference cards out here in front of me. The step-by-step round actions, and then the final scoring on the back of that. And then I've also got a Spooky Nights card right out here, and also the Winter Lights reference card out in front of me. So both of these gave us the extra steps for setup and cleanup, and then what to do before advertising and building and all that good stuff. So we can get started. I start with the shovel, which means I'm the first player. Let me tell you what this game is about, actually, first, before we get into it. But if you haven't played Tenpenny Parks before, a game of Tenpenny Parks is played over 5 rounds, called months. Each month, players take turns placing workers on the game board to take actions like removing trees, building concessions and attractions, and buying more property to make their growing theme parks as attractive to visiting people, VP, as possible. At the end of each month, rewards are given to the player with the park that best exemplifies raw emotions, thrill, awe, and joy. And that's the track that we're going to be bumping along down here at the bottom of the board. After 5 months, the player with the most VP tokens wins. And so, speaking of the emotion track, thrill, awe, and joy is what you see here. We're going to be getting bumps on these tracks depending on what attractions that we purchase and where we place them on our board. And then if in the bonus phase of the round, if you're winning, the player that's farthest along on each track is going to be able to decide which bonus that they want to take on each track. You can essentially always, you have your choice of taking a victory point, or you can take the bonus action that's relative to each of those tracks. The thrill track, if you're the farthest ahead, you can bump your disc backwards 1 to gain the extra worker for the next round, which will give you 4 workers for worker actions, worker placement actions instead of the 3. The all track, you can bump back to gain the shovel marker, which was essentially the first player marker, which puts you in charge of the carousel, which I'll mention. The carousel, if you don't know, has cost modifiers on it, -1, -2, +2, +1, and 2 zeros. So essentially you can cheapen some of these expensive cards that if you want to. If you're in charge of the carousel, you can rotate that wherever you would like. Maybe if you're going to go first turn, there's a card that you definitely want to get, and you may want to make it cheap. So you do that, and then the joy track just essentially gives you an opportunity to remove or to back up your disc to gain an additional income, $3 for them, and which could help in the advertising phase, and it could help you if you don't advertise or spend it, you can potentially give you more buying power in the next round. So that's most everything. I think I've got my concessions here in a little rich and rare bag, and so you'll see me when Becky's third action, she's always going to be pulling concessions out of the bag, and then she's going to get to bump up on the tracks. I'll kind of go over what she does with the expansions as we go along, but I'm kind of ready to get into it. And considering what my in-game achievements are. The first thing I'm going to look at to see what the Old West attraction, if that looks very lucrative, because it's a 7 cost with absolutely no modifier on it. But I would like, I don't know, I kind of like Santa's Workshop too, because I can get an additional $1 for buying this, and there's a concession stand out here that's got a hot dog on it for $2. It might not be a bad idea to maybe get some concessions out here, even though that concession is a 5, because it's a $3 cost plus the 2 modifier. So what else is out here that's cheap? I could buy the Primordial Zip for 2, or the Pirate Ghost Ship for 3. I actually think I like the idea. I like the idea of the Primordial Zip here for cheap. Becky's gonna buy the Haunted Dungeon on her first time. So I'm gonna take my worker here. I'm gonna go put it on a builder action here. I'm gonna purchase Primordial Zip. It's a 4 cost minus the 2, so that costs 2, and I forgot to give myself $7 to start the game. So let me go ahead and do that. I need some money to do some stuff. So this was a 4 minus the 2, so it's going to cost me 2. I'm going to give away a 3 and take back a 1. It's going to give me a bump on the All track and on the Joy track. And then I need to locate it in my stack here, and I'm just going to put this out in front of me. And it looks like this, Primordial Zip Line. Now you got to make a decision on where you want to put it. And I'm going to try to do this without cutting a lot of trees down. I like the idea of getting some joy bumps here so that I can maybe reduce that disc and try to get some extra income for the next round or for advertising. So I'm going to do that. I'm actually going to give myself 3 bumps here. I'm going to cover up 2 hearts, and I'm going to cover up the random bump by putting it right there. So let's bump up on the hearts track, and then I haven't gotten started on my thrill track yet, so let's just go ahead and bump up once on thrill for that. And that is my first action of the game. Now we're on to Becky's first action. She is going to purchase the most expensive card available. That does include the modifiers. So I think, like I said earlier, the Haunted Dungeon here is a 7 with a modifier of +1, so that's going to be an 8, and that is the most expensive card out here. So I'm going to remove the Haunted Dungeon and give her what's printed on the card here. So she's going to get 2 thrill bumps, which is going to put her ahead of me on that, and she's going to get a bump on the joy track. And then I'm just going to flip this over. I need to put her worker out here too, I guess. And then I'm going to put this up here by her workers. All right. Now for my second action. I've got $5. I still wouldn't mind having this Santa's Workshop, which will gain me some income, and then I'm really thinking about coming back here and buying this hot dog stand. What can I get? I've got $5. What if I buy the ghost ship? I'm gonna be advertising. I could do that. Why not do that? I'm actually gonna come over here and I'm gonna buy the Pirate Ghost Ship. It's a cost of $4 minus 1. It's a 3, so I'm gonna spend my 3. I'm gonna buy this Pirate Ghost Ship. And it's got a little ghost icon on it, so I will snatch one of these ghosts up, but I'm going to bump up once on the thrill track, and I'm going to randomly choose one of these ghosts because they're stood up right now beside me. I can't see what's on the bottom of them, so I'm just going to randomly grab one, and it's going to have a $1 bonus on the bottom of it. So I'm just going to put that in front of me for now. And then I need to find the Pirate Ghost Ship, which is right here. And I'll lay this down in front of me. And I'm just going to set myself up here with some income. So I'm going to put this thing over my $2 income space here and get another $2. I'm going to give a 1 back and grab a 3. All right, and where was that? See, y'all are gonna need to help me out with remembering to put my workers out. Okay. Now on Becky's second action, she's gonna buy the cheapest available attraction. So the cheapest one left is there's a 5, there's a 7, there's a 6. So she is gonna buy the Santa's Workshop that I really wanted, but that's okay. She is going to get to bump up once on the cheer track for that cheer marker there, which is not going to give her anything because she does not get money on the holiday cheer track when she's bumping up. So I'm going to flip this over and stick it on her stack. She's also not going to get any victory points during the advertising phase for that. All right, now there's a rule here about when she takes her second action. Yeah. And in the Winter Lights expansion, every time she takes her second action, she gets to bump up another time on the cheer track. So she is going to bump up to 2 here, which is going to give her the benefit. Becky advances her leftmost disc on the emotion track, which is going to be her all. So she's going to bump up and be in front of me on the all. Okay. That was her second turn. Now we're on to my third turn. I've got $4. I can't purchase anything. And see, y'all let me do it again. I told you I'm going to have to remember to put these workers out here. But now I think I'm going to go for a concession. Maybe go for a concession tile here. I'm going to be able to advertise. What if I put a hot dog out here? Try to get some extra income from the later rounds. I could do that. There's nothing out here I can buy, or I can just get a lot of money. Let's do this. I'm gonna buy the hot dogs. I'm gonna go here to the contractor space. I'm gonna buy. This one's got $1 on it too. Plus I get a ghost, and I am about to advertise both of these. So let's do that. Let's go for this one. Let's get a dark concessions tile. I took this one here. It's bobbing for apples. It's got a ghost on it and a $1 bill. So that's going to give me some income. I'm just going to stick it right there. And I'm going to get to grab me another one of these ghosts. So I'm just going to randomly pick one. Let's see what I get. That will allow me to chop a tree down. I am not going to want to do that because of my in-game bonus here. But that's all right. So that's my third action. Now Becky's third and final action. She's also going to take this contractor action. But she's going to draw out of the bag. She's going to get a hot dog, which is going to be 2 income. So I'm just going to put that on top of the board here. That's what she got. That's going to give her 2 points. I'm going to give her 2 points here. Put her 2 points off to the side there. So she gets 2 points for that, and then at the end of her third action, any leftover tiles, dark concession tiles get wiped, and it doesn't matter because that's going to be the end of the action step for the first round. We're out of workers, so now we're going to go into the bonuses step. And I'm just going to go down top to bottom here through all joy. I am in the lead on the thrill track. We're tied for that. I don't think I want to bump back for the extra worker. I'm not going to have too much extra cash to work with. Anyways, I don't think I'm gonna need an additional worker. I'm gonna take my victory point, set it right here for that one. She's in the lead for this one. She is gonna get the first player marker. And the 1 point. And then I am in the lead for the joy track, and I am going to have some additional money because I am going to go backwards here on this one because I'm in the lead. I am going to go backwards and get another $3 for the next round, even though she's going to be able to control that. That's fine. All right, so bonus steps complete. Now we're into the advertising step. And in the regular base game, you normally would do this at each player simultaneously, but in the with the expansions, it's done in turn order. So she's got the shovel right now. She's going to advertise first. So what essentially would happen here, if she had any ghosts, this is where the ghost would be revealed for her, and she would take the bonus on the bottom of the ghost, but she does not have any ghosts, nor does she have an attraction with VP on it to advertise. And let me make sure. Okay. All right, so she does not get any points because there are no victory points on her most recently purchased attraction tile. So now I'm going to advertise. So this is where I can assign the 2 ghosts that I've collected, and I can put one on each on each attraction. And then if I advertise that attraction, then I can also get the additional bonus that's on the ghost. So I'm going to put the $1 ghosts on that tree. I am not going to do anything with my cut down a tree ghost because I do not essentially why not? Would I want to do that for free? I am going to do it. I am going to put that one on here, and I'm going to cut down 1 tree, and let me. Okay, so now I'm going to advertise for $1 to $3. I'm going to advertise for 3, but I'm going to get back 1, and then I'm going to get 2 victory points to go onto the one that I already have for advertising those 2, and I get to cut down a tree as well, and I'm going to cut down this one here. And I'm just going to put that over here, I think. Okay. All right, so we've both done our advertising. Now we're going to get into the cleanup. We're going to refresh the concessions. We'll stick these over here in the discard pile. We're going to put 2 more dark tiles out. We've got candy corn, and we've got a little pumpkin. And then we're going to draw 2 more base game tiles out of the bag. We've got the balloon stand and the clown. So we've refreshed the concessions. We're going to return our workers. And where's Becky going to put her workers? We're going to put our workers right there. We're going to rotate the carousel. She has the shovel, so it's going to rotate once clockwise. And then we're going to advance the month track. So now we are, or the month marker. So now we are in round 2, which is month 2. And then we get into the income step. So I'm going to gain $3 plus whatever income is listed on my board. 1, I believe it's just 1 more. So I'll take that. Becky does not gain any income during the income step. So now we're back into the action step, in which Becky's going to take the first turn because she's got the shovel marker. So the most expensive attraction out here, I see a 7, I see 2 7s, I see an 8. Okay, so she's going to take this Dino Adventure 8 here, put one of her workers here. That's going to give her 2 bumps on the all track. She's getting a substantial lead there. And then she's going to get 1 bump on the, whoops, that's mine, 1 bump on the joy track. And then she's going to flip that over and put it in her little stack there. No cheer icons on those. Guys, I'm just realizing that I missed a huge step in the setup of my game here. I forgot to add out my 2 Christmas trees. I'm just gonna remove 2 trees here randomly. I'm gonna lay them out on their side here. I know actually that's not randomly, but I only missed out. I told you I'm gonna make mistakes. I hope y'all got on me in the comments, but I didn't want to place those and cheat and put I could have put a Christmas tree here, which would have given me 2 cheer bumps on the cheer track. I felt like that was kind of cheating, so I put the 2 trees out non-adjacent to something that was already built, and so now I'm gonna, hopefully I'll build some adjacent stuff next to them in this round and get some cheer bumps. But my Christmas trees are out now. I'm sorry about that, and I'm gonna take my first action of the second round here. Let me see. Remember, I'm going for this bandit shootout, but $7 is kind of steep, but I do have money. I want to see what else is out here, though. Is there anything out here? I could get the Atlantis as a 1, but then the max force would be a 5. I could get the max force, but I don't have anywhere. Yeah, I could put that one out. And that would give me a bump on the cheer track, which will give me another $1. Man, I'd absolutely love to have that bandit shootout, and I'm going to do that. Why not? I'm going to pay $7, 3, 3, and 1 for the bandit shootout. I wish I hadn't had to spend that much, but that's fine. That's going to give me 2 bumps on the thrill track. I'm going to set this down in front of me here. And the bandit shootout is gonna, where is this? Right here. I had an idea on where I wanted to put this one, right next to a Christmas tree. I could put it down here on the bottom and get a bump. I am gonna do that. So I am gonna put this next to a Christmas tree. I'm gonna cover up an all icon, which I need because I'm falling behind on that. Oh, I don't want to, do I want to do that? Ooh, that's gonna mess me up maybe when I okay. I'm obviously gonna add on out here to this side of my board, but I've got that out now. Did I bump? I did not bump, so let's do that. And then I'm gonna get a Christmas tree bump, which is gonna get me I got a cheer bump, which is gonna give me $1 back. And I needed to put my worker there. That's done. Now Becky's second action of this game, she is going to take the cheapest attraction out here, which there's a 5. There's the 1. So she's definitely going to get Atlantis. So she's going to purchase Atlantis here. All right, that's going to give her 1 bump on the joy track. And go in her stack. Second action for me. I've got $3. What can I do? Can't get a 7. I can't get that. And even if I wanted the 5, I could come back and get the... That would be something to do. I'm going to go for the Star Captain Outfitters on my next turn here. That's going to cost me 5. I'm going to need $2. So let's go over here to the banker. Let's get an additional $2. Okay, I've got $5 now. And I meant to, after Becky's second turn, I almost forgot, but she gets to bump up to the 3 here. And when she does that, she gets the present icon says that she advances the player's disc on the emotion track where she has the leftmost disc. She has the leftmost disc on the thrill track disc. If tied, she advances the disc of the bottommost track. Well, does that mean that we're looking at only her disc, or is that everybody's disc? I'm going to read that as in we're going to advance me on this thrill track, which is going to give me a substantial lead there, but she has her leftmost disc is on the thrill, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bump mine up on the thrill. If I mess that up, y'all let me know, but the rule book wasn't very clear on that. And so then we were in her third action. So I did that after her second action. Her third action, she's going to go to the concession stand here. We're going to pull a random one out of the bag for her. She's going to get this bump on the thrill and the all track. Okay, and we're going to set that off to the side. And then after that, both of these two dark tiles get wiped. And then on to my third action. We all knew what I was going to do. I was going to come here and buy this 4-cost card for a +1. So for $5, I'm spending all of my money. And I'm going to purchase the Star Captain Outfitters, which is going to give me 3 income later on in the income step. But I need to put that out. All right, that's going to be a little 90-degree Star Captain Outfitters. So I am going to put this up here next to a Christmas tree as well. So I am covering up this disc. And I'm putting this adjacent to a Christmas tree. How do I want to put that in there? I guess that was right how I wanted to do that. Yep, let's put that in there like that. Putting it adjacent to a Christmas tree. Let's get another bump here to the 2, which is going to allow me to bump a random track. Which one? Juicy. Let's go. I'm farther behind on the all track, so let's do that. I need money though. I'm going to bump up on the joy track so that I'm winning on that one later on. Okay. So that's my third and final action. We're done with actions. We're going to get into the bonus step. I'm way ahead on the thrill track, so I think it would be beneficial for me to bump down now to take the extra worker for this next round, because I'm probably going to need to take extra actions here to get some income, since I don't have any. She's leading in the all track, so she's going to take another point and keep the shovel doesn't swap from her to me. She retains the shovel when she's ahead on that track. And then I'm going to bump backwards here to take a $3 bonus so that I can advertise in the next step. So we're done with the bonuses. Now we're into advertising. She's going to go first. She still doesn't have any ghosts, but she does have an attraction worth 1 victory point. So she's going to advertise that. So I'm going to trade in 4, give her a 5. All right, that's her advertising. Now I'm going to advertise. I'm going to move. I can't advertise that. Should I advertise and burn all 3 of my dollars? Or should I keep 1? I think I'm gonna advertise both of these. I am going to advertise. I'm going to move this over here just randomly. I don't want to take that bonus, but I am going to advertise for $3. I'm going to get $1 back for the bonus on my ghost. So I'm spending my 3. I'm taking my 1 back, and then I'm getting 2 more victory points, which I'm going to trade in 3 for a 5 as well. All right. So that's it for advertising. Now we're going into the cleanup. We are going to refresh the concession stands. Let's bring out 2 more dark. We've got a face paint and then candy corn. 2 more base game attractions here. We got balloon stand again. Oh, 2 balloon stands. Okay. We're going to return workers. Rotate the carousel. Becky's going to rotate it 1 time clockwise. And then advance the month marker into the 3rd round, 3rd month. And then we're into the income step. Gain $3 plus whatever I have on the board, which is I've got 1 from a concession there now, and also 3 from my Star Captain Outfitter. So I'm getting $4 from that. So now I have $7. Nope, I have $8. Can't math. My math don't be math right now. All right, so I've taken income. Becky does not get income. My action step, we're going to place workers out and do some actions again. Becky is going to go first again. What's the most expensive attraction out here? I see a 5. I see a 6. I do see a 7. I see a 6. And a 4. So she is going to take the Wizard's Duel. All right, that's going to give her 1 bump on Thrill and 2 bumps on Joy. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that earlier, bumped backwards, but that's okay. That came from here. I love the idea of this Ghoulish Grimoires. That's going to get a ghost, but that's a 3 cost card. Let's look at the Minecart Mayhem here. I'm going to have to, see, she's not going to buy that one on her next turn because it's not the cheapest. So I can afford here to build out the board extender by going to the realtor. I'm going to, oh yeah, I've got an extra worker here. Let's send my extra worker out to the realtor. We're going to buy an extra piece of real estate here. And I'm going to put it over here off to the side. What does that tile look like? How am I going to make that work? Ooh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that work. I might have to buy 2. Nope. I'm going to just have to, I can do it if I cut down a tree, right? No, I can't make that work at all. So let's see if I can make it work over here. Yeah, I can definitely make it work over here. Okay, so I'm going to have to build out right there. Let's see what I do. Why not do it like that? I might not have to. Yeah, I wouldn't even, yeah, I'm not even going to have to do a chop down tree. We're doing that. And when you take the real estate action and buy a board extender, you can replace one of the 2 trees with a Christmas tree. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to put a Christmas tree right here because I'm going to be able to build adjacent to that in just a second. All right, so that's done. Becky's turn, second turn. She's going to take the cheapest tile, which we've already determined was going to be, was it the 4? Or there's a 5, there's a 6, and there's a 3. So she's going to come get the Ghoulish Grimoires, which is going to not give her anything during the advertising phase, but she does get a ghost now. So I'm going to just grab her this ghost here. We're going to stick it up here. And she is going to flip that over like so. And now that she's taken her second action, she gets another bump here, which is she's going to go 3 to 4, which is another victory point. Now for my second action, I told you what I wanted to do. I've got the money to do it. I didn't spend my $3. I came into the round with 8, did I not? So I needed to spend my $3 to do real estate. So now I only have $5, and that's going to be a 6. So I'm going to come over here to the banker to get 2 more. Okay. And Becky's third turn is she's going to come over here to the contractor. She's going to draw a random tile. She's going to get $2 for, 2 victory points for the $2 hot dog stand. So that's going to give her another 2 points. My third action, I am going to come over here and I'm going to buy Minecraft Mayhem for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Minecraft Mayhem. That's a cool card. I like this one. It's going to be worth 2 points, but I'm going to get to bump on the thrill track and twice on the joy track. Set that down here in front of me. Minecraft Mayhem. What does that look like? This one here. Okay. Now, I can't do it. I can't do it without cutting down a Christmas tree. Okay, did I look at this wrong? I looked at this wrong a minute ago, guys. I'm gonna do this. I'm sorry to do it, but I looked at this tile wrong. I'm sorry. I totally didn't pay attention to how that thing was going to go. That's where I was essentially going to put it, but I am going to have to take a cut tree action, which let's backtrack. Becky is out of turns, and I have the extra turn. So let's just go ahead and do the arborist here. We're going to cut down 2 trees. So we're going to cut down this one, and doesn't matter. Let's cut down this one just in case I need that one down later. All right, so now we're gonna come back. Sorry about that. I knew I was gonna, y'all know I'm gonna mess some stuff up. So I'm gonna get an extra bump here because for covering that up. And I think I'm gonna want to do, I want to do joy again. I'm getting a lot of benefits from gaining extra money in the bonus round. So let's bump up joy. Let's put this out. Adjacency rules are perfect, and I didn't build next to the Christmas tree, so I'm not going to get any bonus for that. So that's fine. Not really, because I really wanted to bump there, but it's okay. Can't do anything about that now. So that's out. That's it for the action steps. I took 4 actions. She took 3. Now we're getting into the bonus steps. I'm ahead on the thrill track. Maybe I take the extra worker again, because I am going to need to build another board extension, maybe. Well, I know I am. So let's bump down and take the extra worker again, or do I need the victory points? Let's do it. We're going to bump down. We're going to take the extra worker again. She's going to take her 1 victory point. She's at 9. She's going to retain the shovel. I'm going to bump down again on joy and get another $3 so I can advertise. And that's it for the bonus step. Right now, advertising step. She does have a ghost to resolve here, and her ghost has a all track bump on the bottom of it, so she's going to get that. Ghoulish Grimoires does not have any victory points on it, so she's not going to get any victory points for that. Now my turn to advertise. I've got $4. I can advertise for 3 points up here by spending all 4 of those. Or I could spend 3. Let me move this ghost over here. It's either 4 for 3 points. So let's just do this. We're going to advertise the Bandit Shootout. I'm going to move my Ghost over. It's going to cost me $4, but I'm getting $1 back for the Ghost. So I'm just going to spend my 3, keep my $1. And I'm going to get 3 bonus points for that. 3 victory points. So I'm at 8. She has 9. So that's advertising step. Now we're getting into the cleanup. Refresh the I meant these should have been wiped after her 3rd turn. I didn't buy one anyway, so that's okay. So let's put a couple more of these out. Refreshing the concessions. Haven't really been paying too much attention to the concessions, but that's something I may need to do here in a second because running out of space here. But I'm gonna have an extra worker. Maybe we can do some real estate here, and build one more attraction. I need at least one more attraction to get into some of the in-game bonus stuff. All right, so we're gonna return workers. Rotate the carousel 1 time clockwise because of Becky. Advance the month marker. We're now into the next to last month, 4 out of 5. Now we're going into the income phase. I'm gonna take my $3 plus my 3, $4. I'm liking that, all of that. So we got $8 again. She does not gain any income, but we're getting into the action step again, and she's going to go first. So let's see what the most expensive attraction tile is. The max force is 8. The mudslide is 5. The Forbidden Mansion is 7. So she's going to take max force here. And she's going to get 1 bump on the thrill, which puts her on top of me, and she's going to get 1 more bump here. She is absolutely running away with the all track. All right, my turn. What is out here? I've already got my 2 bonuses locked up pretty much. What is out here? I can get a Sticks and Stones for $3, and that would cover up. Let's build out another board extender. $3. Why not? We're going to come over here. We're going to pay our $3 and not forget this time. We're going to grab another board extension. And we're going to put that up here. Maybe. What am I going for? Actually, let's put that down here because maybe I'll go for the Forbidden Mansion. Let's do this. Is that cool with y'all? Let's put some trees out. Let's put a Christmas tree out here. I know I'm not going to build adjacent next to the attraction there. Excuse me. Let's build a tree here. Let's build a tree here. All right. Maybe that'll work out, maybe not. All right, that's my first action. Becky's second action, she's going to take the cheapest tile out here. There's a 5, there's a 4, there's a 5, there's a 3, there's a 7. So she's going to take the Sticks and Stones. My second action, I've got $5. What was I going to buy? The Forbidden Mansion? I don't think I can make that work, can I? Actually, I think I can. And I can get 2 bumps out of that. So let's go to Arborist. I'm not going to, probably not going to win this bonus here, but I'm going to cut that tree down. And cut this tree down. And I'll tell you why here in a second. So that's my second action. She is gonna Becky's now gonna take her second action. She gets another bump. I keep forgetting that she would gain $1 from that, but she's not because she doesn't get money. Okay, now she's going to take this action, go to the contractor. She's going to get a hot dog, which is another 2 points. Dang, that's the third hot dog stand for her. So I'm going to give back 3 of these ones, give her a 5. She's got 11 points. These 2 get wiped. And I've got 3, 4, 5. I need 7, and I'm going to get it because there's go to the banker, give me my 2. And then we're going to go here and grab this Forbidden Mansion. It's an 8 minus 1, so it is a 7. So there's a 3. There's a 4. Let's grab this Forbidden Mansion. That's going to give me a bump on the thrill track. Finally going to be I'm going to be ahead of her on that one. I finally get an all bump, and I get a ghost. Let's take this little ghost right here and see what I got. Ooh, it's a heart. Okay. All right. And I need to find the Forbidden Mansion in green. That's going to give me my 6th attraction, which gets me an in-game bonus. And I'm going to put this thing. I'm going to get 2 track bumps and a Christmas tree bump for doing this. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take my 2 track bumps. I'm definitely going to go up on Joy. And I'm going to go, I don't think there's any way I can catch up on this one and get into my bonus. So maybe I'm winning on this one. Let's bump up on the Joy track one more. Try to stay ahead and I'm going to try to get these 2 into the bonus, but we'll see. So that happens, and then I'm going to take my Christmas tree bonus here. I'm going to go to 2. I landed on that space, but it actually is going to give Becky a bump. So it says, when I land on that space, choosing a motion track, and the player seated to the right advances 1 space. I'm going to choose the all and just give her a bump on the all track because she's just running away with that one. It's going to give her an additional 5 points at the end if she gets in there, but we'll see how that works out. Okay. That's it for the action step. Let's get into some bonus action steps here. I think with her getting a lead on the points here, and with me trying to get into the bonus, I think I'm going to take my victory point for being in the lead on the thrill track. So that's going to give me 9. She's going to gain her 1 more point for the all track, and she's going to retain the shovel. She's had it pretty much the whole game. I am in a bind. I do want to advertise, so I'm going to run back on that one for $3 because I want to be able to advertise this and get this heart bump now. I'll be able to get it right back. All right, so that's the bonus step. She's going to advertise first. She has no ghosts and nothing to advertise. No victory points on her most recent attraction. So I'm going to advertise. I've got $3 and I want to get 2 of these. I want to advertise 2 of these because I've got 2 ghosts that I want to take advantage of here. So do I come down here and get 2 points and the $1? So let's put him there. Or there's a 3 for 1 and a 3. Oh, there's a 3 for 3. I want the heart. I want both of those. I want to try to get through. That would be 3 points. I need the extra income. So I'm going to spend the 3. I'm going to advertise both the Primordial Zip and the Pirate Ghost Ship. So that's going to give me 2 victory points. So I'm going to trade in 3 for a 5. And I'm going to get the 2 bonuses from the Haunted from Ghost. I'm going to get my $1 back, and I'm going to get a bump on the Joy track here. All right, so that's advertising. Now we're going to clean up. Let's refresh the concessions. These are out. Put a couple more out. Let's see what we got here. The pumpkin and the face paint again. And we've got another hot dog stand. Man, I'm telling you, those are hot dog. So, workers. I did not take the extra worker bump that time, so put that back. That might bite me in the butt. We'll see. Because I might need some extra income. I don't know. I'm only going to buy one more attraction, I think. I'm going to try to go for the UFO invasion. We'll see. And it doesn't look like it's going to be expensive. All right. Return the workers. Rotate the carousel. Becky's going to rotate that one time. We're going to advance the month. Now we're into the 5th month final round. And now we're going to get some income. I'm going to get 3 plus my 3 plus my 1 concession. Becky gets no income. Action step. Becky goes first. What is the most expensive? It's going to be the mudslide for 9. Gotta be, right? Gotta be. She's going to get the mudslide here. I'm glad I'm done with that objective card, but she's going to get the mudslide and get 1 bump on every track. So she is in the bonus. Now on the all track. So I'm going to come over here and buy UFO Invasion for 5. Is that the one that I want to do? Actually, I could buy this other one for 3. Why would I not do that? It's cheaper. And it's 1 victory point as well and 1 bump on the all track. I just don't get a ghost. I don't really need a ghost because I'm only going to advertise for... Let's come over here to the Kraken Whirl and pay $3 for it. Yeah, no modifier. So we're going to pay $3 for the Kraken Whirl. Let me make sure that's what I want to do. That's the only thing I want to do. So I'm going to buy the Kraken Whirl. That's going to give me a bump up on the Joy track here. I'm going to set this in my little pile. Where is the Kraken Whirl? Here it is. And I will show you where I wanted to put it. Right here, which is going to give me a bump on the Joy track, which puts me in the bonus there. And I place in that adjacent to a Christmas tree, which is going to give me a bump from 3 to 4, which is going to give me an extra victory point. Okay. Becky action number 2, the cheapest one. I see a 3. And I see a 5. So she's going to come over here and get this deep sea souvenir for 3. Okay. And because she does that, then she's going to get another bump here up to 6. And she is going to get the, I think it's her leftmost, advances her leftmost disc. And if there is a tie, which there is, she advances her topmost disc. So she's going to bump Thrill up. And that's her second action. Now for my second action, what can I get out here that would help me? Can I do something that's going to bump me up twice on Thrill? I don't think I can do it. I've got 2. Oh, I mean, I essentially could. No, I can't. I can get 2 on all, though. That isn't going to help me. It's a combo. Let's get the concession. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to take the contractor to get the concession here with the pumpkin on it. I'm going to place it right here in the middle of my board following adjacency rules. That is going to give me 1 bump here on the Thrill track. Puts me in the lead on that. And it gives me a ghost. Let's just take this little guy here. And it is a star. And I want, let me just put him out here for now. You can move those around when it gets to the advertising phase, but that's my turn there. Becky, I would absolutely love for this tile to not have a thrill marker on it. And it's another, guys, this is her, guys and gals, this is her 4th hot dog. So that's randomly drawn out of this bag. 4 hot dog concession tiles. That's going to give her 2 more points. She's racking points on those hot dog stands. All right. And then this one gets wiped. For my 3rd and final action, what can I do? I got money to spend. I got nothing to spend it on. I guess I'll just buy another concession tile. It's not going to do me any good whatsoever. I can't even take a bonus with it. Let's see if nowhere to put a tower. I'm just going to purchase the, what can I do here? Nothing. I can't even put I would like to buy the UFO invasion and put that thing out somewhere, but I can't. So all I'm going to do, I'm just going to come over here to the contractor and build another concession stand. I'm going to get a bump here on the all track. Not going to do me any good at all, but I'm just going to place this thing down right here. That's my 3rd and final action of the final round. Now we're going to do the bonus step. I'm going to take 1 bonus point for being ahead on the thrill track. She's going to take 1 more bonus point for being ahead on the all track. So I'm going to trade in a 4 here and give her a 5. She is at 15 points. I'm going to take my victory point here because I do not need income. And I don't want to bump out of the bonus here either because I've got money to advertise now. So that's the bonus step. Now we're going to get into the advertising step. She's not getting any bonus points from advertising. She doesn't have any ghosts. That's cool. So now on to me. I am going to do some stuff here. I've got $5 to do some advertising. I wish I had 6, but that's fine. I'm going to advertise a 4 and a 1. I could essentially, let's do this. Let's give the 1 point back. And let me tell you why I'm going to do this. I'm going to give the 1 point back. I'm going to reduce my joy track to get the $3. Now I've got a lot more flexibility because I can get right back into the bonus with this, with my ghost meeple here. And I've got $8 now. 4 of which I'm going to advertise let me take these off for now. I'm going to 4 of which, let me know which ones I'm advertising. I'm going to advertise for 4, which is going to bump me right back and give me 3 more points. So I'm going to turn in 2, take a 5. So that cost me 4 to advertise the Bandit Shootout. And now I'm back into the bonus is why I wanted to do that. And I've got $4 more. Definitely gonna bump here. I'm gonna advertise the Forbidden Mansion with a ghost on it. That's gonna cost me 3. That's gonna give me 3 more points. 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna get a bump on the Star Track, which is not doing me any favors there, but that's all right. And I've got $1 left, and I'm gonna advertise over here for $1 for 1 more point. It's gonna give my $1 back, so I'm gonna keep my $1, get my 1 point back. So I'm gonna trade in 4, get another 5. I'm sitting on 20 points. I'm in good shape here. And that is all for the advertising phase. Now we're going to clean up, which is not really necessary because this is the end of the game. Don't need to refresh the concessions, return workers, rotate the carousel, advance the marker. We're not going to do that. Now we're just going to go into scoring. So I'm going to pull out my final score card here. Let's run Becky's score first. And then we'll see what I have to beat. Goal cards. She gets 0 points for goal cards. She does get her attraction values, though. So she's going to get 3, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. She's getting 13 from her attractions. Emotion tracks. She is going to get 5 more here for being in the bonus here. So she is at 18. And then her attraction count is always 10 because she has 10 attractions. So what did I say? She had 18. So she's at 28. 28 and 10 is 38. And 5 is 42. So I got to beat 42 points. Remember that. 42 points to win. Can I do it? $42 points win. All right, so my goal cards. Did I end the game with at least 2 Old West attractions? I did. So there's 3. This is the one I'm unsure about because I've covered them up. I should have kept my cut down trees off to the side. Did I end the game with 4 or fewer trees removed from your property board? Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I did remove 5. I removed 5 trees, so I did not win that one. Let's turn it over. So I'm at 3 now for my in-game bonus cards. My attraction values. So I'm at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 plus my emotion track bonus, which is 5 for the 1. So I'm at 19. And then my attraction counts. I am at 19, and I have 7 attractions, so I do get 5 more points. So I'm at 24, right? 24, and 10 is 34, and 10 more is 44. I am victorious, 44 to 42. That is a win for me. Becky, eat it. But that's 2 wins in a row for me in this game because I won the last game that I played. I didn't put it on, I didn't record it or anything, but I did win that game as well. Happy to have recorded another win for you. I'll get this one uploaded as fast as I possibly can because I'm proud of it. But this was Tenpenny Parks with the Winter Lights and Spooky Nights expansion together, and absolute hoot to play. I love this game a lot. Enjoy playing it every time. Like I've actually, I guess now that I've played it a few times recently since this expansion has come out, I've kind of started maybe to figure this thing out now that I've gotten a few wins under my belt, because I played this thing like 6 times in a row without any wins, and it just, I guess maybe kind of learning how memorizing and learning how Becky works is a big part of that, knowing what cards that she's going to take and being able to remember that and think about that. But this game is a lot of fun. If you've never played Tenpenny Parks, I would suggest giving it a shot. It's just, it's not much of a setup, just a bunch of cards, a bunch of tiles. If you like polyomino, you like worker placement, you like bumping bonus tracks, and cute theme, then it would definitely be something worth checking out. I have a lot of fun playing it, and hopefully you guys enjoy the video, watching the video as much as I enjoy making them. So again, as always, thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging in there and watching this with me. Like if you want to, subscribe, and but I'm gonna keep it coming, and hope you guys are gonna hang around to watch me grow. But thanks again. Enjoyed it.